Oh, you fucking...
Watch the glasses. Oh, you've got a glass.
Yeah, I'll put that down there.
Pull it down there, because otherwise I'll end up wetting you.
I can't
Fucking wet
put
you.
it on your printer.
Wet you. Fuck off.
We're gonna get going or what?
Oh, this is going to take a while, isn't it?
Right.
Go on then.
Yeah.
What are we doing? We've got some notes here, haven't we?
Ah, tree. Given me. I'll hold the notes. Right. Welcome to the Unscripted Ticks podcast.
Yeah.
First episode.
What a shit one.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it might be.
Fucking clue what we're
It
doing.
might be. Yeah, we haven't. We're just,
Fucking hell.
you know. But yeah, a disclaimer just to start. If you're easily offended by Tree, or even me, I suppose,
Yeah, you're a bit of a hard case, ain't you?
then, or if you're just a massive snowflake, then don't watch the podcast. Don't watch it. Don't listen to it. We won't miss you. So let's get on with it.
Yeah. Fuck off, bastards.
Good start. Introduce yourself, Tree. Terrina. Terrina Bib.
You never called me Terrina. When have you ever called me Terrina?
I just don't.
Terrina.
Go on in.
Penis!
Everyone wants to know who you are.
Well, fuck off. Well, I'm more known as Tree. An artist. From Redditch. Brap, brap! Oh, we've got neighbours. Got neighbours looking in. Hey ya! Fucking bitch. Yeah, artist from Redditch. With Tourette Syndrome.
As you can see.
Yeah. With Tourette Syndrome. Not always though.
Not always what?
But we'll get into that. Well, not always our Tourette's.
Right, okay.
We'll get into that. Fuck off.
And yeah, I'm Dan. Trina's partner.
He just lives with me.
Yeah, lodger. And
Friends with
yeah,
benefits.
we've been together for 11 years.
Too fucking long.
Where's
my ring? You don't know what you've got yourself into, have you? Doing this.
No.
You're gonna get fucking blasted, you are.
And yeah, I ain't really got much to say about me. This is podcast. I don't really. The podcast is mainly about you, isn't it? Really. So you know, this is what we made it. It's about us.
It's about us and our relationship.
And this is the next topic.
Yeah, loads of people. We're always asked by people, especially you. How do you deal with living with someone, being in a relationship with someone? Fuck off. With Tourette's. You get asked all the time, and even I get asked, like, what does Dan think about, you know, living? Because you know it is hard. Relationships are hard anyway.
Yeah.
To throw Tourette's or a condition into the mix as well, fucking bitch, is, you know, harder and it's more work. That's what people say, like, you know, it's not just me that's got Tourette's, it's everyone else as well around me. I have to deal with it.
Well, yeah, it is, and obviously, you know, we haven't always had to deal with it.
No, exactly.
So
we were together 2-3 years before the Tourette's came about.
Anyway, yeah, let's leave that for the questions.
Well, I'm just like flowing.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying.
You know, just flowing conversation.
Yeah. We'll leave that. for the questions. Anyway,
there's so much to talk about.
But yeah, the main reason for us making this podcast, wasn't it, like you just said, just to reiterate what you just said.
Get on OnlyFans.
Yeah, I don't think so, but
fuck off.
It's just exactly that. You know, I go a lot more places than you, don't I? You know, I go to the gym a lot. I have a lot of like friends that I play pool with, and
they're all twats.
Yeah.
Love them really.
You know, at work as well. You know, meet a lot of people through work. I just get so many questions all the time.
Fuck off.
And it's always a talking point.
It is.
And people like you. Sometimes you don't know what to say to people, especially if you just met someone and stuff. There's just so much to unravel, like regarding the condition.
Fuck off.
And yeah, so we just wanted to start with like a bit of knowledge.
You look right
that I've got written down here because couldn't remember it off the top of my head. I know it, but I just couldn't really remember it. So
well, I don't really remember it either.
Well, no, exactly. And you're the one who's got it. So you know, I thought I'd write it down and just a few basics of what it is you've got and how.
Fucking fuck off.
And yeah, so let's get going.
Yeah, go on.
So yeah, just the basics of Tourette's, or TS for short, which is what we'll be saying, rather than keep saying Tourette Syndrome.
Oh yeah. It's too much, isn't it?
So yeah, TS is a neurological condition which affects the nervous system, causes people to have tics. There are 4 stages of tics, such as simple tics, which are single muscle movements.
Trees probably trees
for those that are listening on our podcast. Complex tics, multiple muscle movements.
Fuck off.
You got motor tics, involuntary movements of the body. For example, Tree's now probably going to do every single one of these. Blinking, raising eyebrows, shrugging shoulders, and jerking the arms. That's just a few examples.
Nipples.
Jesus. And last but not least, vocal tics. Any sort of vocal noise, for example,
fuck off,
clearing the throat, humming, clicking sounds, or yelling out words.
Bitch! And I find the vocal tics are the ones that people don't really get, do they?
I know, because everyone says the same. Everyone asks the same thing. It's this question I get all the time. If I ever say to anyone, my partner's got Tourette's, right? And everyone says the same thing. What am I going to say, Tree?
Does she swear?
Yeah. Has she got the swearing condition?
Does she swear?
It's not, for a start, it's not the swearing condition. There's so much more to it than that.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure I've seen recently, so it's actually only 15 to 20% of people with Tourette's.
I reckon it's more than that now.
Has got what's it called? Copropraxia?
No, copralia.
Coprolalia.
Yeah, coprolalia.
That is another thing though, which I'll have a look into, and copropraxia is another thing.
I don't think it is.
Yes, it is.
I think it's a totally different condition.
No, it's not. It's part of Tourette's.
Is it?
It's the bigger picture of the swearing bit.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Yeah.
Well, you know more than me. Fuck off.
But yeah. Anyway, we'll get on to that on another stage. I'll look into that. But yeah, no one who's got Tourette's is the same, are they?
No.
It's absolutely crazy. Like, you know,
we may have the same. You have the same tics.
But no, well, no, not even that.
No, like it has, like you can have a clicking tick or a blinking tick, but it won't be like in the same like kind of sequence as somebody else. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but yeah, just so, and that's what we're here to discuss, really, because we've got so many questions about it, and
I mean, we're still learning.
Yeah, exactly. Well, look at us here. This is why we want to do this. This is also a learning curve for us.
We're still learning. Still. Oh, I'll leave that because I think there's a question, isn't it?
Right. Okay.
How I got about Tourette's.
Okay.
So we'll leave it.
But yeah, we're just we're here to
Fuck off.
We've asked, like, you know, friends and family and just, like, on
There's a pedo out there.
socials and stuff.
I can't believe you just looked.
I just thought, you know, with make this podcast, it might be successful, it might be not, you know, we don't really know, but
well,
we
it's
just
just
thought
talking,
we'd give it a
That's
go.
all we're doing.
Yeah, and
just talk. It's just like a normal conversation about nothing edited. Just a normal conversation about Tourette's and what it does. Like you said, like we don't. I still 10 years after having it, 9 years,
still don't understand.
don't understand it.
Yeah.
Fucking shit.
But yeah, we asked a lot of people questions and stuff. This was our idea anyway. We thought we'd do like a Q&A over social media and just
Steve
people
was
that I
around
asked
last
and stuff. And yeah, so we've got some questions, and that's what we're going to get onto next.
Get in my bed.
You know, some of you might listen to this and think, you know, these answers and these things that we're saying are like relating to tree, and you might think that's not like my like tics at all, or like my Tourette's at all.
Yeah.
But then the next
Like
person
said,
might think
it's different.
that he's actually I can relate to that. You know what I mean? So
fucking hell, bollocks!
but yeah,
Absolutely shattered already. If you're happy and you know it, clap your tits.
that was fitting considering I was just going like that. I was literally just going like that.
It's like you knew.
I know.
It's like you knew. Yeah.
But yeah, we've got quite a few questions to get through. No. We've got quite a few questions to get through, which is great. Thanks to everyone that asked us some stuff and supported us at the start
More
of
like
this.
your penis.
We're just going to get through them slow and steady because
hell.
Tree can't seem
This is why I put
to
this
stay still.
in a bottle. Don't let me get it over me. Fucking hell.
But yeah, we've got quite a few, so I've just written a few down. It's just 3 or 4 questions for this podcast, depending on how long it goes on for.
Yeah, we don't want them too long.
No.
You know, we don't want to bore people.
No.
Plus, I just can't. Fuck off! I just can't sit still for very long. It just irritates
It
the
just
hell out.
tires Tree out, doesn't it? So
Yeah.
tires you out. So should we get on to the first question?
Come on then.
Which is a good one to kick things off. It's for you, Tree,
Yeah.
and this was asked on Instagram
Yeah.
by Sean Barber,
The Hulk! The Hulk!
my good friend and coach.
Yeah. Coach. Like, not a singing coach.
No. He's a bodybuilding coach.
Bodybuilding coach.
Very good at what he does.
Dan's fucking wham!
Just a little plug there for him, coached by S&D.
I fucking hate mince and rice every night though.
This is just.
Ugh! Mince and rice every night. Ugh.
But yeah, anyway, so the question he asked was, when were you diagnosed with Tourette's, and was it from birth? So I suppose that's 2 questions.
Yeah. So, no, I haven't always had Tourette's. I was absolutely fine up until 9 years ago. I was 21. And it only happened in the 3rd year of uni, when just before I started 3rd year uni. They thought I had like
How long we been together then? 2 years?
19, 20, 20, yeah, 2 years. Yeah, but remember when I didn't tell you, or I didn't tell Mum for about a year that I was having these kind of tics and stuff.
Oh, how did it start then?
Well, I thought I had a mini stroke in the summer, weren't it? Before I moved into my 3rd year of uni. Because I had that time off. Fuck off. And then I just remember literally waking up and I was like this different person, this changed person. Because we hadn't moved in together by then. I was still at Mum's.
Yeah, I didn't see you very often because you was at uni.
Yeah. And I remember this like urge, this like feeling in the back of my neck, like, you know, where the bone is. like this horrible feeling, like a pressure, and it'll get too much and like just sling my head, fuck off.
Like that.
Sling my head back like that, yeah. And it was horrible. I remember it made me feel sick and blah, blah. And then obviously I went to uni for the 3rd year, and that's when it all started again. All the tics. At first I just thought it was anxiety. You know what I'm like, a bit of a hypochondriac and all. Fuck off.
You are, and definitely.
I just thought it was anxiety. I just thought, oh, this is just, you know, my body like just
cutting.
Kind of reacting to having the stroke like thing that I did, because obviously I couldn't move. I was a bit like paralysed in my left side when I had that. I couldn't move my arm or anything, could I, for about 3 weeks. Fuck off. And then we just went on this massive journey of back and forth to doctors, to hospital. And it didn't help because of my age, that it took so long to get diagnosed. We waited 3-4 years. I was only diagnosed like
the actual question was, when was you diagnosed?
Yeah, well, I need to tell the flaming story, Dan.
Yeah.
So about 5 years ago, I actually got the diagnosis after seeing about 3 neurologists, and one of them actually going, yeah. But looking back on childhood, I feel like there may be certain things there that could have been put down as tics, you know. But like mum says she didn't notice anything.
Like what though?
Like ordinary. I used to do that a lot.
Right.
Like, I still do it now, but I always thought it was a concentration thing. You know, that. Like Les Dawson. You know Les Dawson?
No.
No, of course you don't. Comedian.
What do you mean, of course I don't?
Because you're not really like on it with that, are you? Considering you're only 2 years younger than me, you're a bit... I'm quite old for my age, though, I mean, all...
Well, yeah, you were watching like Dick Van Dyke from like the 50s or something.
No, it was the 60s.
I was
Loved
close,
Dick Van Dyke. But yeah, the diagnosis just took the piss. It really took the piss. But like, I remember, I can't even remember.
Well, to have it for like 5 years and then not being diagnosed, that's like a long 5 years. Like, that's a long time, isn't it? And we had a nightmare going back and forth. Well, saying that, with appointments and things, I don't really get that involved. What your mum does a lot of that.
Yeah, you don't really like
Which
it.
We will have Tree's mum on the podcast, because she, when it comes to like appointments and all the different stuff Tree has had, like going in and out of hospital and things, like she deals with a lot of that with her.
Mama just killed a man.
So yeah, we will have her on there to talk about that and stuff at some point.
You get too agitated with it, you do. I think you worry. You'd rather mum come and then mum tell you what just happened.
Yeah, but it's not like, I mean, if I had to really...
Oh no, if you had to,
then I would.
Then you would, but I think mum's just better because she just, like, you know, just chills out, whereas you just flap a little, you do.
Yeah.
You're a bit flappy. Yeah.
Right, okay. So, another question. Do you want another question for you?
Yeah, have we done that one?
Yeah. It's going on a bit. I think we've been about 15 minutes. So.
We knew it would take longer. We've got Tourette's to deal with.
Yeah, I know.
Fuck off!
Yeah, it's not like a normal podcast.
I know,
like a fitness podcast. Or
there's so much to talk about as well. You could like literally go on forever talking about all this sort of stuff.
Yeah. So that's what. Yeah, well, that's what we're doing it though, isn't it? That's exactly the reason we're doing it, because there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot of stigma behind it and
squeaky fucker.
Yeah, all right. So that's another question then. Is having
fuck off
Tourette syndrome
squeaky
tiring? Another question with that was, what do you do to cope? I'm sure this was asked on Instagram as well, but I can't remember who asked this one. I'm not sure.
TS is very tiring. It's so tiring.
So you would think that is obvious to people though, isn't it? You know when people say about like a bit like fitness, like, you know, I'm really into my like fitness and stuff, and people ask stupid questions all the time. I'm not saying it's a stupid question, but you'd think that would be quite obvious, that it's tiring. But I suppose if people don't know, they don't know, do they?
Well, no. What was that?
The book fell off over there. Don't shout too much. I'm not that glass rose thing.
Yeah, but I think I don't think people realise, like, people just see people with Tourette's like twitching and moving and stuff, but they don't realise the strain it has on the body. Fuck off, man.
I bet some people have right looks looking through the window there.
Fucking nonsense, yeah.
Oh my God.
But
Come on, spit it out.
well, I'm tired now. Fucking hell.
We've only been filmed 15 minutes.
I know, yeah. It is tiring. It's so tiring, especially like I'm good at like when I wake up, my functional neurological is shit.
Right.
Which we'll talk about that.
Yeah, okay.
In another episode.
She has FND as well, functional neurological disorder. We will touch on that on another episode.
Yeah. And then my Tourette's doesn't wake up until near enough like 12 o'clock, really. So I've got some time, but it, you know, and then that time it's just like, but obviously then I do my artwork. Look, I'm lucky in the fact that my job is what calms me down.
And you love to do it.
Really, and I love to do it, yeah. But
if you put it that way then, say you've got like, say, the generic person who gets up in the morning,
you've got lovely nipples,
goes to work 9 to 5, comes home, has a shower and that, maybe goes out and trains.
Squeaky.
And they say, I'm tired, right? You train, you get up, you do exercise, you go on walks, you know, you do your job from home, doing your drawing and stuff, you know, that's mentally straining. So for you, compared with just like a general person who hasn't got any kind of condition, or what condition you've got, it's like double tiring, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really, if you look at it that way, it's like double tiring, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't like to boast about who's more tired.
No, but it's not that though, is it? It's just that's just an example of saying how tiring it is.
Dealing with a condition is very tiring, especially when you just want to try and live your life as normal as possible.
And here's going off on a little bit of a tangent. Here's a bit of an interesting thing. We watched Venom. Didn't we?
Oh yeah.
Venom, and if you've seen Venom, you'll see that there's the back and forth between the Simba and like the guy that plays Tom Hardy plays.
Tom Hardy, yeah.
And there's the back and forth. It's in his head and he's talking to him. And what did you say? That
Venom is literally my Tourette's.
Yeah, you said it's
like
Tourette's. It's like a parasite
in me. It is literally that is literally, I think, Tourette's just in one. That is.
And it's controlling you.
Yeah.
And you can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
And it's throwing you around and it's like chucking things and it's saying things you don't want to say, and it is exactly
such a good example.
It is. It was, and that's something that's stuck with me when you said it, and I've said that to a lot of people about Venom, and when you can relate to something like that, people understand things maybe a little bit more.
I'm just going to say to people now who ask, like, what's it like about having Tourette's? I'll be like, go and watch Venom.
Yep.
Just go and watch Venom. You'll understand.
I think the second one was even more so.
Yeah.
Good films if you haven't seen them.
Yeah, I did enjoy those films. Fuck off, bitch.
So in that same question we just had, sorry about that tangent, was what do you do to cope? Because they say not every, sorry, but a lot of people who have a condition like ADHD, Asperger's, Tourette's, autistic, any kind of thing like that, are creative.
Creative people.
And that leads on to what you're probably about to say.
Yeah, but I've always been interested in art, though. That's kind of...
Yeah, that is true, but...
but I've always been like a weird person.
Well, like you said.
So I feel like I've always had like some sort of, maybe a brain, like ADHD or fucking whatever, you know. I've maybe always, because I've always been like a weird person, but I've always done art.
I won't say you're weird.
And then, no, but I've always been like, I was never, Yeah, I was always liked in school and stuff. Like, I'm not saying like I was bullied or anything like that. I always stuck up for myself, and I think people liked me for that. But I was always just like I was never interested in like relationships and stuff. Like, I liked going to school for school, you know.
Yeah.
And I liked working, and I liked being on my own. But then I liked going out with friends, and I was just a little bit like, it was just different, and I knew I was different, but I embraced that I was different. And then, like, obviously, I feel like creativeness comes from that as well. That's why I've always been intrigued in different people, like weird different people. I've always been so fascinated by it. You know me, I watch like loads of different weird people on TikTok, and I'm like, these are wicked. Like,
Right, so what do you do to cope then?
Well, my art.
What distracts? Is that
art,
the only thing that
but
distracts you?
I feel like that's with having a job, which is also your hobby, is a bit of a, you know, you need to kind of balance it out.
It's double-ended sword.
Yeah, and to me, like, sometimes like it can get a bit too much. As much as I love creating artwork, my Tourette's will go off on one and I have to stop.
Yeah.
So I like just like reading. We go to the theatre a lot. Love the theatre.
Not my choice.
Nah, the one, yeah! Fuck off.
Tree's a huge fan of Joe Pasquale.
Squeaky!
If you know who that is.
Squeaky fucker.
I know a song that'll get on your nerves. That's how most people know who it is, isn't it?
He hasn't done that for a
Yeah, but
while.
that's how most people know who he is.
Yeah.
And his squeaky voice.
Squeaky! Fucker! But yeah, we go to see Joe a lot.
Yeah.
Pantos and all. Pantos are the worst though. We shouldn't really go and watch Panto because of my Tourette's.
No.
Because
no,
it
I
goes
would
off
say we
on
shouldn't
one.
go.
No, we shouldn't go. No, I would go because I don't give a shit what anybody else thinks. But it does set off my Tourette's, a Panto, because it's so like interactive, isn't it, a Panto? But yeah, theatre's a massive thing for me.
Let's just round that. Yeah. Let's just round it up then.
Yeah.
Get on to the next question. Art.
Yeah.
These are a big distraction, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. And what do you do to cope? Yeah. Art, theatre, panto, shows, whatever, comedy shows, whatever. And there's not really much else, is there?
Not really. I'm not like we go for walks. We like getting out in nature, don't we? Yeah.
That's why we need another dog. That's why we need another dog.
Yeah, I know, yeah. It's just trying to get that balance. Like, I'm happy being in the house. I was never, when we first got Tourette's, I felt like a fucking prison. Felt like a prison because I wouldn't go out, would I, and deal with it. But now it's more like if I walk out that door, that's when my Tourette's starts. Like, just fucking world. Because the world's a mess. Fucking shit.
Okay, right. Next question.
Fuck off!
It's the last one that I have actually got on here. And yeah, it's probably fitting really because they've been going on a while, I think. So good to wrap it up with this question.
Yeah.
Do you have?
You're very forceful, ain't you?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
You're quite forceful.
I listen to podcasts, so I know that people don't like listening to too long.
Fucking bitch.
Do you have any particular triggers for your tics? Again, I can't remember where this was asked.
That's a good question because I used to. Elaborate. Well, when it first started, it was always like confined spaces and crowds.
You still have triggers, right?
Saying about theatre,
that's a trigger.
Yeah, when we first started going with Tourette's, I used to sit in that audience waiting for the show to come on, like proper ticky, and we'd always have someone say something or stare or blah blah. But now I feel it's quite more of a calming situation,
right?
Apart from the panto. Oh shit!
But yeah, I think more so the question really.
I keep touching my microphone. That's probably fuck off.
Triggers. I mean, like say we're in public and you see someone who
hello fatty
has like 2 legs. Who has 1 leg? It's a trigger, isn't it?
Legless.
Yeah, there you go. Or not. I'm not trying to trigger. I'm just trying to answer the question as best as we can.
No, I know what you mean.
Like,
fuck off, you bitch.
Big triggers, like a thing for me that I've seen more frequently online and stuff.
Get in my bed.
Like things related to being racist or homophobic or anything like that. It's usually it's a trigger for people who have the coprolalia tic in it.
Yeah.
Especially the obscene gestures and all that kind of stuff. And you are definitely prone to that because we've had a situation in the past where we've had to sort of apologise to people. But the common thing is, isn't it, with the Tourette's, and I heard this from someone else as well, if you explain yourself to someone and look, you say they hear you say something and say,
I like girls!
Say it's targeted at them, and you apologise and say, look, I've got Tourette's, it's a neurological condition, etc., etc. I can't help what I'm saying. That after you've explained yourself, that's then their problem if they get offended. It's not your problem. It's they need to have a word with themselves if they're still getting offended by what you're saying. But some people just can't understand it. But I think now, especially with the thing with Lewis Capaldi, it's become so much more common knowledge now. Tourette's, like millions of people have seen what's going on with him.
We've been grateful for Lewis Capaldi.
Yeah,
really, because I think that's the sort of awareness we needed to actually get ourselves heard.
Yeah, he's sort of like become like a bit of an advocate for Tourette's, hasn't he?
Yeah,
really. I know that's sort of going off on a tangent again, but yeah, it's just been a good thing, hasn't it? Because all the whole time we've been together, and this long time you've had Tourette's, it's been a bit hard, isn't it? And people just don't understand it.
Constantly though, like I feel like I shouldn't. Like now, like if I introduce myself to someone, I'm like, "Hey, I'm Terrina. Well, I've got Tourette's." Like I feel like I have to just get it out there just in case I say something and they're massively offended.
I know, yeah, but you yeah.
I mean, I know you should. I shouldn't have to do that. But sometimes I'm like, shit, I can't. Like sometimes I feel a bit more like I need to say something quick just in case, and that's just how I feel in the moment.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, today, like literally, if someone says anything, I'll smash them in the face. Do you know what I mean?
I haven't got Tourette's and I feel like that.
I had it plenty of times around here when I was walking Junior and stuff, and I was with my stick. I walk with my walking stick, and old people are like, "Why have you got a walking stick? You're only young." So what? You don't know me.
Yeah, and that's just exactly the same with how ignorant people are with the disabled badge.
Oh yeah, oh, God yeah. Yeah.
It's like I'm 28, Trina's 30.
Can you not call me?
Sorry, Tree. It's for the people. It's for the people. Yeah, they need to know.
Call me Terrina.
Terrina Bib.
You have never called me Terrina in the 11 years we've been together.
All right, whatever. Let's not have a domestic on podcast.
I'll fucking win.
Yeah, you will. But yeah, it's the same with the disabled badge. We're only young, and we got to go to the supermarket anywhere and park up in the disabled bay.
Fuck off, Tesco.
And I remember going to Asda the one time. We've actually never had a problem at Tesco.
No, we haven't.
We actually went to the Asda the one time, and some random guy, not someone who worked there, just some random guy came up to us and said, what was it? He said something like, you shouldn't be parking there or something. And then looked in the window and said, I'll let you off.
You've got a badge.
And I'm like, well, how ignorant are you to be?
Do you know what? It really grates on me. Like, you just talking about it's really making me really angry.
Yeah, well, we've got to talk about these things, haven't we, people? No.
Fuck off. Hulk! Where's Sean? Get fucking Sean on him. Fuck off.
But yeah, I think that was pretty good, to be honest, for a first podcast.
Yeah, I reckon we've gone on a tandem there.
I reckon it's got to be about 45 minutes.
But I think it's good. I think that's good. I think,
Tangent, not a tandem.
Oh, is it tangent?
Gone off on a tangent, not a tandem. I can't think what a tandem is, but...
Is it a tandem?
Tandem, I don't know what it... No, it's off on a tangent. Stop. Leave my nips alone, man. So yeah, that's the end of that one. We'll wrap that up there. That's 3 questions. That's good enough for this one.
Fuck off! I've got rabies.
That'll be the running theme. We're planning on doing it every. At the moment, we're going to plan on it every fortnight.
Yeah,
and just see how it goes.
Too much for a week.
No, but if we do all right, then we'll maybe change it.
Words of wisdom. But fucking bitches.
But yeah, thanks for listening. Subscribe on our YouTube, because we will make a YouTube and an Instagram and a Facebook.
We'll try and get it all sorted. This is so new to us, so I haven't a fucking clue what we're doing.
And we'll try and get it on Spotify
Fuck off,
if we can.
squeaky.
Maybe iTunes, we'll have a look at how to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, once it's all on there, please listen and watch and subscribe on YouTube. And yeah, thank you for listening to the Unscripted Ticks podcast.
Love you.
Love you too. Love you, listeners. Bye.
Fuck off.